Yo, let's do this.
What's up and welcome to another episode of Gizmo Slip. Today we're looking at the OnePlus 7 Pro versus the Galaxy S10 Plus. You gotta make a decision which of these phones is the better phone for the money and which of these phones is the best overall phone regardless of price. Today we're gonna talk about that. We've got a whole bunch of reasons why the OnePlus 7 Pro is a better overall phone, and there's a whole bunch of reasons why the Galaxy S10 Plus is also a better phone. Now there will be two polls at the end of this video. Which one do you think is the better overall value for the money, and which one would you pick regardless of price? So be sure to stick around for those polls at the end of this video. It's gonna be freaking epic. Let's get started! Okay, that was a little over the top. I'm not gonna do that. Carla's laughing at me over there right now. You probably can't hear her, but yep. The first and most obvious difference between these two phones is the price. The OnePlus 7 Pro comes in at $669, while the Galaxy S10 Plus comes in at $999. Now, of course, a lot of carriers offer deals to get the price of the Galaxy S10 Plus to be a bit lower. And the other big question is, what country do you live in? Because I'm talking about USA prices, and depending on the country you're in, the prices between these two devices will vary. So right off the bat, we know the OnePlus 7 Pro has a big advantage just in terms of raw price. But the question is, can the features of the Galaxy S10 outweigh the additional cost? Let's keep going. One of my favorite features for the OnePlus 7 Pro is the 90 Hz refresh rate. It is just insanely smooth, fluid, much better overall user experience than on the Galaxy S10 Plus, and it is noticeable, I think, for most people. So if you value having a smooth Android experience, the OnePlus 7 Pro certainly has an advantage. Next up is screen size. The OnePlus 7 Pro features a 6.67-inch screen versus the 6.4-inch display on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So if you're someone that just loves having the biggest possible screen on your phone, then yeah, I mean, the OnePlus 7 Pro has another distinct advantage. Along with the larger display, you also have the fact that it's a bezel-less display with no notch and no cutout or punch out like you have on the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, the punch out is probably a lot less noticeable than a full-on notch like on the iPhone XS, but it is still noticeable and it does get in the way of your content. Another major reason to consider the OnePlus 7 Pro is that it's just more optimized. It's closer to stock. Android Oxygen OS on the OnePlus devices have been known to have the fastest overall speed in terms of opening apps, closing apps, keeping apps in memory, and the OnePlus 7 Pro is no exception. I personally have not done a speed test yet, but the speed tests I have seen had the OnePlus 7 Pro beating the Galaxy S10 Plus by as much as 12 seconds in like a 2-minute test. Now, that's not a huge difference. They're sporting very similar hardware on the inside, but the simple fact is, if you want to get the most done with your smartphone as quick as possible, the OnePlus 7 Pro certainly has another major advantage. Another advantage for the OnePlus 7 Pro is that historically, OnePlus has done a better job updating the Android software. In 2018, it took OnePlus 46 days to update their phones to the latest software. Well, it took Samsung 140 days, according to Android Authority. I'll have a link in the description to that. So if you're someone that likes having the most features in their software as soon as possible, then OnePlus again will be a little bit better. Another reason to consider the OnePlus 7 Pro is that it comes with a case in the box and a screen protector on the display already when you buy it. And that just means you're getting a little bit more bang for your buck than the Galaxy S10 Plus, which you're gonna have to spring for a case and screen protector after the fact. Now, another reason why I like the OnePlus 7 Pro is that there is no Bixby button. I mean, Bixby has improved, don't get me wrong, and you can actually remap the Bixby button so that if you double press it, it can do a secondary function besides just open Bixby, which is nice, but I would really like it if I could remap the button to Google Assistant or to reopen or close any app with single press or double press. That would make the Bixby button a lot less useless and annoying. Now, this next one is really minor, but I love the color on the OnePlus 7 Pro so much better than I like the colors on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So if you're someone that loves rocking their phone without any skin on it, the OnePlus 7 Pro just looks better. Of course, that's up to personal taste and preference as well. You may hate this color. Look behind me, I've got blue everywhere, so I'm just a blue person. Blue's like my favorite color, so. that makes the OnePlus 7 Pro one of the sexiest phones out there, all right? That's just a fact. Moving on now, another big advantage for the OnePlus 7 Pro is that it utilizes the faster warp charging versus just the quick charge 2.0 on the Galaxy S10 Plus. So that means that you're getting 30 watts of power versus 15 watts of power in the Galaxy S10 Plus, which means, of course, you're getting twice as fast wired charging. So if you're someone that likes to top up their phone every now and then, the OnePlus 7 Pro is going to have a distinct advantage. Now that sums up my reasons why you should consider the OnePlus 7 Pro over the Galaxy S10 Plus. What reasons might you want to get the Galaxy S10 Plus instead of the OnePlus 7 Pro? Let's dive into this. First of all, the OnePlus 7 Pro features a glass back, but it doesn't feature wireless charging. You've got wireless charging and wireless power share on the Galaxy S10 Plus. Now, I'm a person that really loves wireless charging, and I've got like 4 wireless chargers throughout my house so that in whatever room I'm in, if I want to, I can just set my phone down and have it instantly charged without the hassle of having to plug it in. This is one of the big advantages, I think, for the Galaxy S10 Plus. But I suppose if I'm constantly moving around throughout the day, I didn't really have a wireless charger available to me regularly, then maybe having faster wired power is more convenient. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you normally charge your phone on a wired connection or on a wireless one? I'm actually really curious. I'm going to throw another poll up there. Now, another reason why you might want to consider the Galaxy S10 Plus is that it has a slightly better camera. Just in general, I mean, both phones take excellent photos, both phones take excellent video, but there are noticeably 4 modes on the Galaxy S10 Plus that's missing on the OnePlus 7 Pro. Here's a quick rundown of the differences. First of all, when you're recording video on the OnePlus 7 Pro, you can't go to the wide angle camera and you can't use the zoom camera. So you're basically stuck to just the 48 megapixel sensor when you're recording video, which I think is a big bummer and really limits the potential of the video recording capabilities of the OnePlus 7 Pro. Then, of course, you also have the fact that the Galaxy S10 Plus has a wide-angle front camera, so that's going to give you a little more flexibility in the front camera selfie department. Both of these phones feature slow motion modes, but the Galaxy S10 Plus can go all the way up to 960 frames per second versus the 480 frames per second continuous recording of the OnePlus 7 Pro. Now, if you want to see a bunch of sample photos and videos, I recently just launched a camera comparison comparing the Galaxy S10 Plus, the OnePlus 7 Pro, the Pixel 3a, and the iPhone XS Max. I'll have a link in the description or a link at the end of this video if you want to go check that out. Now, both of these phones feature Bluetooth 5.0, but only the Galaxy S10 features a headphone jack, which is just a lot more convenient if you want high quality headphone audio, and it provides a lot cheaper overall audio experience if you're on a budget. But then again, I mean, if you're buying the Galaxy S10 Plus, you're probably not really on a budget anyway. And of course, the vast majority of people already own Bluetooth headphones at this point, so I guess that really is a very personal question whether or not you value a headphone jack. Now, another nice feature for the Galaxy S10 Plus is that it features a micro SD card slot. Now, this is going to give you a lot more flexibility with the storage on the inside. And of course, if you're recording lots of photos and videos, you can just have multiple micro SD cards you can swap between so you don't have to stop recording, which is really handy. And of course, the OnePlus 7 Pro doesn't have a micro SD card slot, so you're just stuck with whatever starting memory. Now, as far as battery goes, on paper, I've really got to give it to the Galaxy S10 Plus, and that's primarily because of the 60 Hz refresh rate. Now, if you wanted to, you could always lower the refresh rate on the OnePlus 7 Pro to 60 Hz, but then you're losing the fluidity, so I would only really do that if you know for sure that you're going to be away from the wall for a long period of time. And then, of course, you also have the fact that the Galaxy S10 Plus has a 4100 mAh battery versus the OnePlus 7 Pro's 4000 mAh battery, so just a slightly larger battery as well. Now, the final reason to consider the Galaxy S10 Plus is that it has a smaller overall footprint than the OnePlus 7 Pro. It's going to make it a little bit easier to use in one hand. Sure, 6.4 inches is still very large, and if you have small hands, maybe you should consider the Galaxy S10 instead anyway. But, I mean, overall, if you're looking for a large device, the Galaxy S10 Plus is just going to be a little bit easier to operate in one hand, but I mean, they're both really, really large devices anyway. And of course, with the smaller footprint, you also have the Galaxy S10 Plus being slightly lighter. So if you like a light phone, that's another reason to consider the Galaxy S10 Plus. Then again, I mean, they're they're very similar in weight, so it's not a big deal. So that's all the major ways that these two phones are better or worse than one another. Now I'm gonna have 2 polls in the top left. Be sure to take them. Which phone do you think is the better phone for the money? And which phone do you think is the better phone regardless of price? I'm really curious to see what this poll says. I'm really curious, actually. Here's how I see it. For most people, the difference in price makes the choice a no-brainer. I mean, there's so many upsides to the OnePlus 7 Pro. So if you value your hard-earned dollars, I think the OnePlus 7 Pro is just the better overall choice. Now, if you have lots of money and you value the camera, wireless charging, all of the different things that I mentioned, then yeah, the Galaxy S10 Plus is still a fantastic phone and still a fantastic choice. I mean, you really can't go wrong with either of these phones. I mean, if you find yourself buying one or the other, you're gonna be really happy with either one. I mean, the fact that they both have in-screen fingerprint readers, they both sport the latest specs, they both have great overall premium designs and great battery life. I mean, these are 2 rock solid devices, and I think almost anyone would be super happy with either of them. So that's my comparison between the OnePlus 7 Pro and the Galaxy S10 Plus. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more tech comparisons, drop tests, silly, wacky tech videos, hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. Brandon out. Oh my God, I'm not putting that in.